You've addressed this on Browns 3D. Do you think Tommy Rees as the offensive coordinator means Jalen Milroe is in the works for the Browns?
There was a time where, I kept circling back to that, but you also have to keep in mind the Browns had one of the head coaches at the Senior Bowl. So that Senior Bowl roster that was led by the Browns staffer had Jackson Dart and had Jalen Milroe. So the Jackson Dart connection goes back to January as well. The Jalen Milroe one obviously is a little bit longer. But you can make the case here for either one of those guys having somewhat of a connection, certainly to the Browns. Kevin Stefanski going to Jackson Dart's pro day. Does that hold any weight? We don't necessarily know, of course. But I think, that is probably the market the Browns are probably looking at as far as, realism. Who knows? Shedeur could most certainly drop. Does he then go into more of a range for the Browns if he does drop in this draft? Milroe is certainly appealing. Milroe is already putting in work, and you see changes in his work, from how he was playing in the fall, technique work, things of that nature. Has a big arm. Dart's got a lot of really good qualities to him. There are a lot of people that I trust who are pretty much ready to tell you that Jackson Dart is the second best quarterback in this class. The Browns should end up with a nice project piece here. But the thing is you're bringing this guy in here, and there's going to be a lot of new moving parts with that Browns offense. And, you just want to find a way and find the right personnel where it's all going to gel certainly together.
Yeah, to your point, there are people that are now saying Jackson Dart will be a top 10 pick.
There's a lot of rumors that maybe the Saints could have a lot of interest. I mean, that could maybe also apply to Shedeur Sanders as well. New head coach, obviously. You come in there into New Orleans. Derek Carr is probably not your future. You want to start looking for your future. And the Saints are, kind of in a similar situation to the Browns, where people think money is tight, but they've always been able to keep, the line moving, be able to find a way to put out a roster each and every year. But, getting that young quarterback at a controllable number, certainly, makes it easier for you to work through your finances and, maybe start to get some of that money that's going out of the pocket, obviously to a lot lower amount.